Hello, this video is about Massachusetts background checks and all the databases you have available within the state of Massachusetts to do your research. So to get started, visit massachusettspublicrecords.com. I'll have a link in the description. You can click on that or just type it in to your browser and come visit the site that way. So what you'll notice on the front page is you have an alphabetized list of public databases in Massachusetts. Depending on what your background check is about, you might be able to find multiple databases to use here. So I'm not going to specifically talk about a particular background check. It could be anything. Maybe you just want to check out your neighbor, or maybe the contractor that you're about to hire. So like if you did want to check a contractor license, you could check to make sure everything is legit just by looking up a license. Or if you wanted to find out what's going on in your neighborhood, maybe you just want to background check some people using the sex offender registry, or maybe looking at criminal history information or court records. So in this video, we're going to talk about a background check, and what we have created is specific pages for the most sought after records. So anything from background checks to property records, and these would just be more detailed pages, unlike the home page. So what you'll notice here is you have your statewide resources, anything from court records to the sex offender registry, and a couple of things in between. And then you also have your county records, and we covered the most populous counties. So if we were able to locate some kind of a database you can utilize at the county level, for example, maybe court, maybe an inmate search after somebody gets arrested, say like at the sheriff's office, or you just want to look up some real estate information, we have provided that for you here. Another thing to consider is using... Now, there's also different types of records. You have, obviously, criminal records. Maybe you want to look up some inmate records, court information. Maybe you want to see if somebody's got a warrant out for their arrest. Maybe you want to look up their property records. So you have quite a few things you can do with a background check. Again, I'm just looking at general things that you could use here. So depending on what you want to do, you could just utilize different databases. Now, one thing you can also try is the name search on top. And what this does is it doesn't just pull records from Massachusetts, it goes to other states. So it pulls records from multiple databases, multiple states. It also has private databases that it uses. And let's say you are looking to find out if somebody maybe has a criminal past, if you're just checking the local records in Massachusetts, but they lived, say, in Florida before, or maybe in Utah, or maybe Minnesota, and they ended up moving, you're not necessarily going to catch those records if you're just checking in the state of Massachusetts, or maybe at the county level. So that's something to consider, especially now. People move around quite a bit. So like I said, you have your county, you have your statewide, you have multiple databases, and you can also utilize a private database on top of that to help your search to make sure you're covering more bases. So once again, it's massachusettspublicrecords.com. Come on down and get started on your search.